The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
98. KUPD.
Brady was so vehemently defending an asshole for the last 20 minutes. What's wrong with you, man?
Can't help it.
He's an Ohio State guy. I got to ask yourself, would you defend him if he wasn't? That's the bigger thing. If he was Michigan's coach in this, would you be reveling in this love?
No.
Yeah, you would. Come on, be honest with yourself.
I mean, not as...
You would be a little bit.
If
not
Michigan's
as fervent.
Goddamn butt.
You'd be giving that Ann Arbor's a whore
Oh,
comment
yeah.
a few
If
times.
Well, that would
about my
be
butt.
thrown in there at one particular time.
If Michigan's coach was in the same pickle, you'd be dying. Hilarious. If one of the Harbaughs, if Jim left to go coach again in the pros and then came back, and this was, of course, he doesn't have the same presence in Ann Arbor because he can't win, but pretty hilarious. You'd love it. If Tom Brady had it.
Oh, don't get me. I enjoy the drama that's going on.
But you wouldn't defend it if it was a Michigan coach. You'd be thrilled by it.
Defend it as hard.
No, not at all. Because you got to get titles.
Yeah. And if it was a Michigan coach with titles and like Bo Schembechler.
Bo Schembechler tried the pros and then came back and got ground up by some hottie in a bar. You'd love
I know
it. Look at your smile. Did you see that? It was like I was pleasing him orally.
And it wasn't for me. I'm laughing at the fact that my uncle would just run him out of town.
Oh, was he a Michigan guy?
No, he's Ohio State. If Bo Schembechler did what Herman did.
The celebration in Columbus, if this was a Michigan
yeah.
coach, would be ridiculous. It's all tribal. Anyway, it's almost 8 o'clock because of Brady's love of Urban Meyer.
Wow,
try to talk him out of it. Today's word will be pious.
Nice.
For Urban.
Look
we'll
it
just go with that. Trip, our boss, is in Cincinnati, and he texts me. He says, Brady would love this place. Of course, hey, it's in Ohio. Of course it was. And he says, I went to a, quote, Mexican restaurant last night, mac and cheese and a taco. And I'm like, you need to get out of there. It's just Kentucky in disguise. He goes, it's very uncomfortable. I told Brady this off the air. I'm like, Trip went to a place that had a taco with mac and cheese in it. Brady goes, Natarita. He knew exactly where it was. And I told Trip, I'm like, please tell me you didn't go to Natarita. I haven't heard back yet. But Brady knew the place in Cincinnati with mac and cheese tacos at a Mexican restaurant. It's Kentucky in disguise, I tell you. When you land in Cincinnati, you're being bamboozled by a bunch of Kentuckians.
Just a river bank away.
No, it's not a river bank away. You're in it. It's a false border. And the Kentuckians built buildings and made it look like a city and stuff, and they lure in the normals. Oh, it's rubes. Rubes. Scary place. Horrifying. They take a tooth at the airport. You got to lose that front one. People will know that you're not one of us. Scary place. Anyway, he's up there. And Tripp said he likes that the show there, because he's listening, starts at 8:45, which means, Brady, we're done in 2 minutes. Because we'll go to 11, but that's it. It's our Midwestern show today, our East Coast time zone. The boss is doing it. Why can't we? It's time now for Brady to give you all the news that only Brady knows. And it's Wings Day, Brady. That's right, Wings Day Wednesday. And if you want to go to Hooters for Wings Day, get 20 wings. 10 of them, you get 10 free after that. So that's 30 wings, right? Yeah. You buy 20, get 10 free all day. Every day, Wednesday, dine in or take out. You know what goes great with wings? An ice cold Mick Ultra. Hooters Mick Ultra bring you the Brady Report. Brady Report.
Good Wings Day morning to you, Phoenix. Hello, world.
Hi.
It's also National Noodle Day.
Ooh.
Noodles are 4,000 years old.
So this week we had National Taco Day Monday. It's Noodle Day today. Yesterday was World Teacher Day. And each day, Toledo's eaten one of all of them. You ate a taco on Monday, a teacher on Tuesday, I hope, and then today you'll have.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yep.
Did you go home and do that? It's National World Teacher Day.
Got the
Got to eat a teacher.
stepmother in town.
Good God, I don't know what that means.
Her dad's remarried.
Stays at the
When
house?
She was young. She came for a visit. Yeah.
Oh,
So she's been at the house.
all night and stuff.
Yeah, since Sunday night.
Oh, they're living there. She's living.
staying
there.
with us.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Gotta
She's
get
leaving today. Getting on a jet plane at noon.
that. Stepmom.
Yep.
All good.
Lisa's
there?
stepmom.
You like
Oh
her?
yeah.
She's a
She's
good person.
great. She's great.
Even as a house guest.
Yes.
No kidding.
Actually.
Good. All right. She pick
The
up.
only problem is that she gets a little too quizzical when we're watching TV shows.
Oh, she asks too many questions. During
Who's that?
Oh, I hate
What's they doing? Are they a couple?
She's catching up.
What are you watching?
She's been struggling a little bit lately with the lesbian couples in the shows that Lisa's been watching. Now, wait a minute. Are they a couple? Yes.
Your wife watches a lot of lesbian TV?
Yeah.
That doesn't alarm you?
The Grey's Anatomy. The,
This is a trend.
Hey, come on.
I'm running.
I blocked that stuff out.
You need to put an adult block on all the lesbians. So, like, you can't go
Are
watch.
you hearing
Yeah,
yourself?
do you realize what's happening here? It's happening again. Your last wife, now this. She's in training.
Yeah.
All the lesbian shows that Lisa watches, he
It's
says.
a thing.
Grey's Anatomy, the L Word. She's into a lot of female prison shows. Can't figure it out quite yet. Anyway, I don't see the red flags.
Couple of baseless fun facts. There's no expiration date on honey and Brady sauce.
Well,
I mean, okay,
Come on
honey.
now. Why'd you print the label in?
It's the only food that can actually last forever.
yeah,
Can it stay in a warehouse for 2 summers?
yeah.
Honey?
Honey can.
Oh, yeah.
Honey stays good forever, no matter what. You light honey on fire, put it back.
That's a
You can.
interesting way to go
Try
with
it.
that.
But put it back. You
All
can,
right.
eat, you can eat like 100 years later.
Nom, 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 nom.
Cooked honey.
Unless it's that go where it was honey sauce.
Honey sauce is Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's not
Yeah,
honey.
that's
Honey
expire.
And the guy has to say it because I think they'll get sued otherwise.
did.
If you like some honey sauce or buttery
They should-
spread.
I can't say it's honey.
Didn't have butter, didn't have honey. Can I have some honey? We have honey sauce. That's what I asked you for. Here's your honey sauce. And on the package it says honey sauce. And I'm like, that's not honey. Like, I need some butter also. We have buttery spread. I'm like, all right.
Right.
What does that mean?
I forgot about the
It's a
buttery.
buttery
descriptive-
spread. Was
Buttery
gold.
spread.
It's butter-like. What are you talking about
Why just
here?
call it butterish?
Butter. Can't believe it's not butter. They're pretty upfront with it. Buttery spread. Why don't you use butter? Prices.
Listen,
This chicken place is not doing well enough
I
to.
thought you guys have millions of locations.
Okay. Buttery spread, honey sauce.
Within 2.5 years of a Walmart being built, the houses within a mile of the store go up in value 1 to 3%.
Wow, I find that hard to.
Waldo from Where's Waldo is only called Waldo in American versions of the book. In most other countries, they either call him Wally or Willie.
Anticlimactic to find the Waldo. I remember when that craze was going on, and I got in one of
That's
those
it. It's over.
gigantic wall murals and had to try to find him, and it was like 10 minutes of my life, and there he was, and I'm like, oh, well, I can't ruin it for everyone else, and I just walk away from this painting now. That was a big deal for a while. The books and all that. Made you feel like an idiot when you couldn't find him either.
This poll question asked people, how long do you have to live in a state for you to say you're from that state?
6 months, according to Arizona.
To say you're from there?
Yeah.
7 years.
30% of the people said you have to be there 10 years.
All right. 7 to 10. You've established roots.
I was in Seattle for
18%
11.
said more than 10 years, but 6% of the people say less than a year.
That you can say, I'm from Phoenix. I've lived here for 8 months, but you're not. I live in Phoenix. I'm from somewhere else.
I've spent the most of my life now in Phoenix.
Me too.
And I'm not from Phoenix.
Me too.
I don't
My
call it-
origin is not Phoenix.
Yeah.
Although I pretty much, this
Yeah,
is
you
it.
are,
It's
yeah.
30 plus years here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where'd you grow up? Oh, I grew up in Phoenix, but I was, Indiana, where I came from. We bounced around a little bit and then landed here. Yeah, I don't think I would say I'm from Phoenix. I'm not from Arizona.
John, I've been saying this for years. Pringles aren't chips either. Stop it. Wow.
What are
It's
they?
got some.
What are they? Crisps?
It's like mashed potatoes pressed into a chip.
They don't call them potato chips. They just call them,
Pringles.
yeah. You can't.
I think they just call them Pringles. It's a brand of.
Still potatoes, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
It's
I eat Vegan Rob's cauliflower Pringles. They're
The
better.
name is Vegan Rob's?
Yeah, I know.
I thought you didn't like anything.
I would hate it normally until I tasted one. I'm like, all right.
Vegan Rob, you've got me.
Basically, I go into the pantry and I'm like, Vegan Rob, I don't like you and you don't like me.
But let's
these
do
chips
this.
are unavoidably
Let's do
delicious. I'm going to dig into this. It's just like a Pringles can. So I put my hand over the logo and pretend it's Pringles, but they are phenomenal.
So they're vegan Pringles made of.
Basically, cauliflower. Phenomenal. And
Dave's
they don't taste like
white bread.
cauliflower. They
See,
taste.
everybody swears by those Costco cauliflower pizzas.
I'm not talking
Can't
about
do it.
Cauliflower pizza's not bad. It's not pizza, but it's good. The Vegan Rob's cauliflower chips, give them a run.
Yeah?
Yeah. At first you'll be like, that's a little bit. And then the next thing you know, you're like, I like these more than Pringles.
Wallet Hub just put its annual list of the safest cities in America based on everything from crime and traffic accidents, financial safety, natural disasters. Number one city, safety, Columbia, Maryland. Then South Burlington, Vermont.
I don't know where any of these places are.
Yeah, mostly Northeast did the best this
And
year.
Dumpy, Maryland.
They did 182 cities. Phoenix was 109th.
That's not so good because I'm not sheriff anymore. But I'm going to clean up the mean streets of Fountain Hills as your new mayor.
That'll bump us up a couple notches.
Turn away, Cholos. Fountain Hills is no longer on the menu. I'm going to be mayor of it. The fact that 90-year-old idiot is planning for next year's election tells me he's lost his mind. Somebody emailed me and said he lost his wife recently. So he sits around alone all day. Hey, do something about this. I should be running a town.
He's done doodling.
I'm done doodling, Brady. It's enough doodling for one man's life. It's time to start running stuff. Keep these Cholos out of here. Turn back, Cholos.
You probably saw one,
There's one.
and that was it. Fountain Hills now.
There's the dismal tide showing its face again. I got to turn these Cholos out.
He's going to protect the borders of Fountain Hills.
Oh, yeah. The borders are going to be... We're going to build a wall around it. We're going to be protected on the east side by our lake. And on the west side, we have a big impenetrable Cholo wall. The bones of Cholos.
There's a guy in North Carolina who was driving with his 5 kids on Sunday when there was a wreck up ahead. So he immediately stopped to help.
Go help him.
One of the people involved in the crash was a woman named Markel Hancox. And when she saw him jump out to help, she returned the favor by stealing his SUV with his 5 kids inside.
Ooh.
She drove less than a mile before pulling over in a parking lot at a hotel. Then she took off on foot. Police caught up very soon after that. She didn't get too far.
Pretty outstanding.
All 5 kids were okay, and they were pretty freaked out.
Sure.
None of them were hurt. Markel is facing charges for leaving the scene of the accident. Larceny, motor vehicle, and 5 counts of second-degree kidnapping.
Yowzers. That's not good. Brady just got distracted wildly. A restaurant's dropping off food.
We've got a food gift this morning.
I know. I saw his whole
That's
demeanor
the Brady
change.
Report.
No. We've got plenty left. And the word is pious, 97936.
And stop getting mad at me on text. You got to spell it right.
You got an hour.
Right.
You got Google in an
You're
hour.
holding the phone.
You got the brain in your hand. Just speak to text. Hit that little microphone and go, pious. And if it comes up Pieus, you got Brady's phone.
Christopher Perez, he lives in Austin, Texas, and he is serving 15 months in prison for a hoax that he did on Facebook during the pandemic.
Uh-oh.
He posted something about his friend going over to this supermarket and licking all the items in the supermarket because they had COVID-19.
Right.
Dickhead.
Don't shop there. So-and-so licked all the items on the shelf.
Did they show a video of it? Or they just said it?
He just said it.
You recorded it, right? You said he recorded it.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
No, he put it on Facebook.
Just as a post?
Oh, just as a post?
So it's like fire in a crowded theater now.
Yep. And the market, of course, was the Hebe supermarket
Oh, come
which
on.
is H-E-B,
I'm glad.
I think.
I'm
But-
thrilled Brett's
I'm
not
like
here
in
right
Montana, it's Heebs.
now. All right.
Heebs.
If Brett was here right now, we'd have to revive him.
On the floor.
we'd need an emergency vehicle to come take him with. Thank God Brett is not here for Heeb's Market.
The post was PSA, yo, at Hebe Mercado. My homeboy's cousin has COVID-19 and has licked everything for the past 2 days because we paid him to. With happy emoticons.
But he didn't do it.
No, it was a
So
hoax.
It's literally fire in a crowded theater, which is the only thing that's not protected.
15 months in prison.
Wow. That Facebook's going to get everybody eventually. Hopefully not me. I'm staying far, far away from it.
Exciting news here. Food news. Wendy's and Kellogg's are teaming up. Chocolate frosty cereal.
Oh, yeah. You got something there.
All right.
Basically Cocoa Puffs with marshmallows.
Okay.
Available for a limited time.
That is
The
dirty.
box there.
So much better than Barbara's Puffins. It's
Yeah.
Wendy's Frosty.
I'm going for that.
Jill downstairs
I forgot
eats.
to get to. I went to.
She
does?
eats, though. She loves Barbara's Puffins, and she showed me a picture of the box at her house. Not her box.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I'm going to get that straight
have to
real
talk
quick.
with
You know?
Susan again
It's
today.
2021. Another sales lady showed me pictures of their boxes of Puffins. She showed me her Puffins in her box.
Sunday
Not
was
getting better.
No, I'm trying. Climbing a ladder, it just doesn't seem to end.
Sunday was the last day for the Cleveland Indians.
Oh, bye, Indians.
But don't worry, fans.
Still get your merch?
Yeah,
You can still buy merch.
The stuff they haven't sold
Yeah.
yet.
No.
Oh, they're going to keep printing?
Continue to buy it.
Yeah, 'cause they
because
own- they own the
proceeds of sales go
That's
to
right.
Charity.
Go to Native
What's the
American
charity?
charities. A group of
Native
natives.
American charities.
Isn't that based on what they're saying, like selling shirts that have the N-word on it to give to the NAACP?
And
Is it-
everyone in
look,
Cleveland
I'm asking
yelled-
the question. Hold on. If, in fact, it's so offensive to Native Americans to have this as a name,
Yeah.
isn't that, as the catalyst to charity, the exact same thing as having a minstrel collecting for the NAACP?
I can't argue it.
Because it's all BS. The whole thing's a joke with this Cleveland Indians thing. And again, look up why they're called the Indians. It's a tribute to the first Native American player to play in the game. He played for them.
Would it
and
go away if they agreed to do that to begin with?
if
You
all
said
the money from
merchandise will continue
First
to be
off,
the Cleveland Indians, and the
no
merchandise
team,
proceed goes
no
to.
team's giving all of that away.
I know.
I
That's
know,
why.
that's the problem.
But they'll
'Cause,
continue to sell.
Right. They don't want the heat anymore, but they'll sell it, and that'll be their charitable drive. And they're going to print a ton of
And
it.
what could you hear in the streets of Cleveland? Wahoo!
Yeah. So they're the Guardians now.
Yeah. Have you seen the
As is the ocean, now the Guardian Ocean. And anything that you say. Guardian School Road right down here. Just can't hear that word ever again. The logo's not bad. If
Yeah.
it was, it's and it's based off those two giant gargoyles that sit on the bridge that leads you into Cleveland. They have two guardians.
Oh,
the
that's what
guardians
that's
yeah.
from?
There's two guardian. There's two guardian statues that are on some bridge that takes you into Cleveland.
Never been there, probably won't.
I'm never going to that dump.
We had a cry macho moment happen in Florida. 90-year-old man in Florida, Thomas Conrad, got all worked up last Saturday when he thought his neighbor's gardener was stepping onto his lawn.
Get off my lawn.
He started hassling him about it. Must have been loud because the neighbor, the 46-year-old Jack Henson, came outside and told Thomas to cool it. They started arguing. Thomas hurled some profanities and threatened to punch Jack in the face.
Yes.
Jack said, "Go ahead, old man."
Bring it, bitch.
And he did.
Hauled off and knocked out by a 9-year-old.
No, well, he didn't get knocked out.
Yeah, because you can't.
Yeah.
9-year-old's bones blew up in his hand.
And when the police came, they said, we got to arrest you for assault. He's like, how can this be assault? Told me to.
He was begging for it. People have to respect boundaries, Brady. That's why we're going to build a wall around my property line so those filthy Mexicans can't step on my grass anymore. If you're going to do some landscaping, do it on your side of the border. Couldn't agree more, Clint. You want to be my vice mayor of Fountain Hills, keep the cholos off our lawn? You know it, Joe.
He's out on $2,000 bail.
Cry, macho, cry. On the wings of the chicken hawk.
That rooster was kind of cool, in a way.
Brady and I both seen Cry Macho. I gave it less than 0 out of 5. Brady gave it like 1 for
I
the effort.
bypassed it on your recommendation.
It's so bad. Cry, macho, cry. He doesn't sing it. That's all I did during the whole movie.
A 46-year-old woman in the UK named Claire Vickers recently broke into a water park with her friend Barry Douglas. It was around 2 in the morning, and they both were drunk. They got in by crawling under a fence. Once they were in, they made their way to a set of water slides.
That weren't on.
Nope.
They're just going to skid down.
So they splashed down some, I guess they had some water, some liquid.
Lubricant.
Yeah. Tried to make the slides a little slicker.
They got stuck.
It was a big yellow slide that's a straight shot.
Oh.
It was dark.
Oh.
So they were too drunk to realize that the end of the slide was blocked off.
Oh!
They both went down, hit the barrier, and both shattered their ankles.
Oh.
Claire shattered one. Barry did both of them.
Were they in full hump slide, too?
I'm not sure, but there's a picture of them.
Oh.
They
put up a wall at the end of the slide at the end of the day?
For idiots that slide down.
Wow. Why not just,
I guess.
why not put up better fences around the park?
Well,
doesn't that seem that could be a hazard during park hours that wall
and
malfunctions and goes back up?
A water park in England is constantly wet.
Yeah,
it
it's always
there
raining.
so much.
I bet they smelled like blood and cherry lube.
Oh. And curry.
Oh. 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 My ankle, it's disgusting. I busted it up. There's so much blood.
There was some momentum going down, too.
We was using blood as lubricant. Oh, there they are in their wheelchairs. That's hilarious. By the way, speaking of wheelchairs and stuff, I got a text from a guy, Batman, who printed out a bunch of Norm Macdonald's old TV show for me. He had them on DVD, and he just asked me, he goes, "Did you get a chance to watch those?" And I had to tell him the tale of why I have not watched the show. The only place I have a DVD player is where my PlayStation is, and that's in a room I currently am having trouble to use because the couch is too low. I can't sit properly yet. A couple more days I should be able to do it, but if I sit on that couch with the river rock that's stuck in my ass, I get stuck.
Well, and with a couple of radio videos. First one is a girl excited to see her boyfriend, meeting him. I think he's walking out from the airport or a bus stop.
Military thing?
No.
Oh, no. Oh! He ducks under it. She tries to jump in his arms, and he slid under it.
I think he slipped.
Well, I think he was trying to move out of the way. She was.
I think it was a double slip, and they recovered, but it looked like she chewed the tile pretty good.
All right.
Oh, yeah, she ate some
did.
tile there. That's pretty good. I can't make out where they're picking her. Is that a bus stop?
It might be a bus.
Who's ever been excited about somebody getting off a Greyhound?
Or the airport parking lot. I don't know.
I hope so.
That. Second one is
right. There's not a laundromat next to the door that they were getting out of, so it isn't a Greyhound bus stop. There's always a wash house or a was house, as they spell it. There's a was house next to every Greyhound place, and I don't know what that is. I guess you're supposed to take the clothes that you had on at Greyhound and wash them immediately. Because if you ever notice where they pick up and drop off mostly illegal immigrants, I'm guessing, on the Greyhound buses.
Yeah.
Right next door, was house. Almost every time. Or a wash house. They spelled it wrong, but it's a place to wash your clothes from the bus, which I highly recommend.
We got a weightlifting accident. Trying to do a...
oh, no.
This one.
What is it?
I don't like these.
Is it ground...
clean and
jerk.
jerk. Press.
He's going over the head. Oh,
and then he
Jesus.
rolls.
Oh, he tries to go with a straight press over his head with thousands of pounds. The arms go behind his head in a direction you're not supposed to go, and then
it wheelbarrows him
over his neck, and he's dead.
Oh.
That guy's never going to walk again.
Does he face plant?
Oh.
He bounces off the...
Well, until his muscles completely atrophy, he's at least going to look good in the chair for a couple months. Wow. Turned him into a stomper.
He was.
Wow.
Roll in.
I've never seen that happen before. The weights go behind his head, throw him forward, pin his head to the ground between the weights, and then he just starts walking forward as the weights roll.
Let go, man.
It's horrifying. Larry, watch this. Show that again.
One more time.
Oh, wait, watch. Larry's been lifting weights lately. Do this one at home, Larry. Oh, yeah. It doesn't look like Gumby. His ass is the only thing up. He's the new morning show host at KDK.
Yeah.
This is some impressive.
Hey, I'm Strong Wheelie, the hot new show.
Strong.
My name's Strong Wheel.
Really?
I'm a guardian. Can't say the other thing I used to be.
I satisfy all the EEO paperwork.
Yeah, look at me rolling into the elevator no one uses, unless Holmberg's all chopped up.
This is a little ladder rescue work here. This guy gets up to the third story pretty quick.
Oh, these are amazing when these guys pull this. They're firemen that do these, and they can extend that ladder like nobody's business. Isn't that crazy? And that's a 6'7". That's got to be a 10-foot ladder. But it's got the hooks. That's what is that? 15 seconds from start to finish. And
Yeah.
it's on the third
Four
floor.
stories? It's 4
Third,
stories, isn't it?
I think it was third.
Yeah, I think you only have 3 of them. We're gonna hook the first one. Have you ever seen the one where they do the team and it's like a 45-foot ladder
No, he's on the 4th floor.
and they scoot it up while he's climbing it? Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, it's 4 floors. That's pretty incredible.
And
Then the last one is
Wow.
unbelievable. This excitement, Wild America
Okay.
at Boss KUPD.
Oh, this is on your
Last
page.
night,
All right.
John.
Everybody, this is Ambien like you can't imagine. This is Brady last
Suicide
night.
rates just went up on
It's an owl.
a young great horned owl.
Hello, my friends.
Oh, God.
It's Wild America, and right above me is a young great horned owl.
Who's filming this?
Kirby.
Is that why it's so
Look at
high?
the angle.
I was
The
gonna say,
old pirate.
pointing it down on
It's
you.
on Prairie and Columber. Don't look up those roads. It's not in my neighborhood,
Yes, it is.
but this is quite
It's
exciting.
actually like your
He's
corner,
just
isn't
checking
it?
everything
No.
out.
Okay.
He's a youngster. Wild America.
Oh, my God. It's an owl doing nothing.
The comments are gold.
You know what that means?
Yeah, there's one
Somebody's
guy
gonna
that said
die.
there's some curses behind it. Or
Every
an
time you
owl
see
above
an
it,
owl like that,
someone
somebody dies.
Sean J. Sellers taking that sponsorship with Hooters a little seriously, aren't you, Brady?
Brought to you by Hooters. Oh, they just canceled because Brady ruined it. I got owls all over my backyard. Nobody's ever.
That thing could care. We were right. I had both dogs on a leash, and it was just
An
looking
owl.
down.
Oh, they don't care.
It's
They
really
sit and
cool.
stare at my dogs. The dogs will look up like, Jesus, they're huge too. And you'll hear the. I'm like, look out, and I look over and I see one, and then I hear the hoo again, and I look over and there's another one. Like they hate each other, by the way.
Oh yeah, they're territorial.
And they're 15 feet apart, and they're looking at each other, going, hoo, 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 hoo. I'm like, what's going to happen? They see like one of those.
Either
little-
they bang or fight.
I've never seen the first one. Maybe. I mean, it looks the same.
John, I went to that corner, and guess who's still standing there? Howdy ho, people I don't know.
Hi, guys. COVID's almost over.
Isn't it great?
Daddy, let's go inside. This owl is not going to do anything.
It might fly off.
And that would be less exciting.
When I threw that at the owl, the hoo hoo hoo
Yeah, a good one. I'm sure it was fooled.
totally did
Good
that.
God,
So-
Brady,
Looked
get
around
back
at
in the
me.
house.
Yeah, just go inside.
I was walking my daughter, and we found a bird.
Outside, imagine that. Imagine that. A bird that lives outside. They saw that.
Did you throw a sauce bottle at it, Brady?
The equivalent of filming a parked car.
Ooh. Owl on a street sign. It's an owl on a street. I'm going to name you Columber. No, wait, Prairie. Which way's he facing?
Yeah, don't go driving around those streets. Brady's pretty close to home. You can see him standing in his front yard if you're in the area. You'll know. He's the one outside.
The man next to the owl.
Right, looking for him. It's 8:23. Pious is the word today. 97936. Pious. That's what we're going with today because we talked about it earlier this morning. So pious is the word. If you can get it in there, 97936. Might win yourself another $1,000 because it's Dinero Double Down from our friends at Mo Money Pawn and Modelo Especial. They are helping us out. We're giving away money like crazy, and it could be to you. Play along.
Big, red, badass.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.